should be complete. They since the junior high volleyball one, because they don't have air. When is it too hot to play volleyball?
Yeah, he said it's like 95 in their gym right
They don't
now.
have fans?
I don't know.
I wonder if their gym floor is not sweating.
We did that in Medelia one year for basketball. Their AC went on in the middle of winter, and it was a day when it was like 60, and I don't know why, but their floor was like wet.
I suppose all the
liquid.
condensation, yeah.
Yeah, that happened in Maple River one time too. You had to wait like 3 hours to play.
Okay, the game with the bleachers on the side of the gym.
Yeah.
Sun.
It was hot.
It was hot. How did the sun help?
Yeah, for sure.
There we go. I was gonna turn that off, so it wasn't clear.
Got it?
It's 8:45, so 12 plus the 7.
19.
6, so it'd be 6:45, so 18:45.
All right, welcome to the Cleveland Public School regular board meeting in the high school media center. Monday, September 15th, 2025 at 7, well, not 7 p.m. anymore. Following our levy meeting, it is 8:47. All right, adoption of the agenda. Is there any additions or amendments to the agenda?
There are not.
Make a motion to adopt the agenda.
Okay, Nancy made a motion to adopt the agenda as presented. Is there a second?
I'll second.
Any second discussion? All in favor, say aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. All right, community comment. At each regular board meeting, we allow community comment. We ask that each speaker be limited to 3 minutes per speaker and no more than 15 minutes per subject topic. Is there any community comment at this time?
I just want to say that on the referendum, I thought it, what little I got tonight, I had a prior meeting I had to attend. But I thought the question and answers were very good at the end. And I also would encourage that the referendum committee look out at doing some meetings outside of the school itself. Try and get out in the communities a little bit more, especially Washington Township and east towards the region in Waterville, where I understand some of our no votes came from.
Appreciate your being here in your comments and at the attendance of the meeting. Thank you. All right, we'll jump to number 4, consent agenda items, approval of regular board minutes, approval of bills and payments. Looks like we don't have any contracts or resignations or donations to review at the meeting, so just those first 2 items.
Just let you remind you, I'm putting donations on monthly. Don't think it's fair for people to donate money and then not get recognized until the summer or August or whatever, so.
Once you have a chance to review those, if you haven't already, and look for a motion to approve those consent agenda items.
Make a motion to approve the consent agenda items.
Brian's made a motion. Is there a second? Nancy is seconded. Any discussion? Okay, seeing none, we can vote. All in favor, say aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. All right, presentations we have done tonight. 6.0 old business. We have 1 item, Andrews Food Service contract for 2025-2026.
Yep, if you remember right, we kind of split her contract into 2 pieces, one for the summer, cover the summer months, and then this is the one that will cover the school year. Just waiting to, I was waiting to get both signatures on there before I brought it forward, but that is in effect.
Okay. Any questions about? I think we did review it, like I said, at one prior meeting at least.
Yep.
No changes since.
No changes since we talked about it last, so I think it's $375 we're charging per meal.
Make a motion to approve the food service contract for the 25-26 school year for Andrews Early Learning Center.
Okay, let's see the motion. For a second,
I'll second it.
and a second. Any more discussion on that topic? Okay, all in favor, say aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. All right, 7.0, new business, 7.1, assurance of compliance and mandated reporting.
Yeah, this is a yearly thing that we have to do with the state. Just assures them that we're meeting various requirements, with various policies and so forth. You just check off the box that you have those in place, and you send it up and submit it, and we're good to go.
You are the individual who submits all those, or that's split between responsibilities?
That I would submit it.
I'll make a motion to approve the assurance of compliance and mandated reporting.
Okay, let's see, we made a motion. Is there a second?
I'll second.
Second. Any other discussion? Let's see all the questions that are in there, but it's all the federally and state mandated stuff, right? Okay. Any other questions? All right, all in favor, say aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. Okay. 7.2. Certification of proposed 2025 payable 2026 levy.
Again, the usual thing, do once a year certify this for the 26th year. And then in December, you'll receive the other portion of the survey, whether you want to maximize it or reduce it or whatever. And then again, next September, you'll certify. So the state has all the numbers in there ready to go. After you approve it, I send this back to the signed copy back to the state and to county auditors, and then they adjust the tax. And if I remember right, looking at it, the levy went down a little bit, not a huge amount, so there should be a little relief on taxes, but not a large amount. So.
2%. 2% reduction. Yeah.
Make a motion to, pass the certification of proposed 2025 payable 2026 levy.
Brian's made a motion.
I'll second.
Easy has seconded. Any questions or clarification on that? All right, seeing none, we can vote on that. All in favor, say aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carried. Okay, 7.3, lane changes. And a list of lane changes in your board book. I can read these, right?
Mhm.
So David Roberts to BS 10, Caitlin Faulkner, MS, Aaron Miller, MS 20, and Amanda Whitus, MS. Those are the levels are going to, right?
Correct.
I will make a motion to approve the lane changes for the mentioned teachers, and congratulations.
Yeah, and Nancy's made a motion,
I'll second
and seconded. Any other questions, discussions?
Just want to point out that Mr. Roberts, his lane changes, and he's working towards getting his master's and being fully certified to teach some college level math courses, which is
it.
very, very beneficial for our kids.
Thanks for that. Okay, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. Okay, 7.4, policy changes. Quite a list.
There is quite a list, and I want to apologize. I did not realize that there was a spot on MSBA that they do monthly updates on policies. So a lot of these were a couple months behind. It's more grammatical, nothing substantial, just little updates, clerical things in the policies that we only have to have, approval tonight. We don't have to do a second reading. But there is a few of them on there that we do have to do a first reading today and then second reading in October. Those are the reviews that we're looking at that impact 504s, IEPs, those type of things that we had outside review take a look at and adjust and go from there. So that was all taken care of, and we had a meeting, Thursday, Friday, to go over everything, and we're right on pace for next month's meeting.
Do you need to read the titles of these, or just stated in the agenda meets the criteria for the reading?
You probably should read which policies those are, because there'll be a second reading.
Sure, yeah.
Are you doing the first readings or the?
I was just gonna do the first readings
Okay.
and then just clarify what the other changes are based on the types of changes. So policies for first reading are policy 508, extended school year for certain students with individualized education programs. 521, policy 521, student disability, non-discrimination. Form 521, which is a form associated with that policy, student disability discrimination grievance report form. Policy 532, use of peace officers and crisis teams to remove students with IEPs from school grounds. Policy 608, instructional services, special education. And policy 615, testing accommodations, modifications, and exemptions for IEPs, section 504 plans, and LEP students. The other policies, changes, there's a list, but the two groups of changes are substantive change updates, model policy updates below arise from changes enacted by the 2025 Minnesota legislature. And they are adopted based on those changes. And then technical changes, updates to model policies. In this category are purely technical, like corrections to citations. So we're adopting those under the MLP recommendation. Do we need, we will take action on the second and third buckets?
Yes.
Because those don't need a second reading. So can I ask for those in a single motion, or should I do?
You do a single motion.
So I have,
Rest of that.
so I have a motion made to approve the following policies, and then I'll go through and write the ones that were automatically, and then also accepting the first reading of the following policies, 508, 521, 532, 608, and 615. Can I combine them like that? or
I would do the first reading
Separate?
separate. There's no confusion.
And I'll make a motion to accept the first reading of the following policies, 508, 521, 532, 608, and 615.
Okay, Nancy made a motion.
Second.
Ryan is seconded.
Andy?
Any other discussion on those? Any other discussion on the first readings? Otherwise, I would put it to a vote. All in favor, say aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. Okay, so I'm going to be looking for a motion to accept the policies with just substantive changes. Again, reflecting changes from the state legislature. And again, all recommendations directly from MSBA, right?
I'll make a motion to approve the substantive updates and policies listed there under on the agenda and the technical changes. And those policy numbers stayed on the agenda.
Aaron's made a motion, is there a second?
I'll second.
Maybe second. Any other questions or discussion on the individual ones within those lists? That we can vote. All in favor, say aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. All right, that leads us to section 8, board member reports. Anybody got any updates from the committee?
Negotiations committee are meeting on Friday.
Okay. Yeah. The committees are kind of on the break, but like we don't have a work session in September, some of those things are just getting wrapped back up, so. Okay. There's no other board reports, we can jump to 8.2, principals report.
Sure. Start of the year, going good. You know, the first few days is always a little rocky with everybody getting things figured out and whatever else, but it's been going really well. Teachers and staff are working hard and we're getting into a routine. You can always use some substitute paraprofessionals and bus drivers and stuff like that for times when people are out, but I think that's probably the same way everywhere.
Just started that end of the day pickup in the back. That's going pretty well. I know that backed up a ways right now, but it'll only get better. We're like at 9 minutes, we'll get it down to about 7. So it's pretty good right now, actually.
Yeah, we've been working on our emergency protocols, the fire drills, the holds and the secures and all those different things. So we've been working on those, and we're also during the workshop we went down to the fire station, the town hall, so all the teachers could be familiar with where those places are. And some of them actually are from out of town, and so it was kind of a worthwhile process. And the crisis response team is always meeting and collaborating after we have the drills to figure out areas we can shore up and be better.
And we bought walkie-talkies last year. Mr. Bossert, that's a great idea because we used to run around with our heads cut off. Just nobody knew where people were. We have a good process now. We're also working on a reunification process. That seems to go well. We'll keep working, and I will give this about the crisis response team, giving them more feedback, and it seems like we're doing a better job as a team this year for some reason. That's my take.
Just to piggyback, even a law enforcement came in for the Blackdown fire drill today, just to observe and to kind of see the process, what was going on. They were very pleased with what was happening, and it's nice to have that aspect, knowing what we're doing up here, so we work as a team.
So Fast Bridge, we K6, Chris Seaman is a great leader of this READ-ACT. She brought in Melissa Marks, Beth Schmall, Alyssa Gibbs, and then elementary teachers, and we're all done with our FAST testing. Now they can start leveling them and get the title program going, so that's going well.
We did bus safety the other day. So I think it was Wednesday, Thursday, somewhere in that ballpark of last week. We just get all the kids on the bus, talk about the bus safety, and whether kids are on the bus routes or not, we have all those elementary age students on there so they can learn some of the bus protocols.
There's also walking and riding in school. Maggie Whiteman put something in for the primary kids, and the other teachers just go over about being safe on the way to school, just state statute as well. So Duck Cup's coming for 5th through 12th. This year, it's going to be a gentleman coming in, talk about mental health again. It's broke up 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th. So it's a good program. I don't know.
Yeah, it's great. I mean, I think the comments from the students, it's always mental health related. And I think obviously in this day and age, there's just a need for being aware and attentive to the mental health issues. So the students have responded really well about
And
it.
they bring in national speakers. So walkathon is gonna be September 18th at 1. Gotta thank Alyssa for putting that together. It's no longer a PTO because we don't have a PTO, so she took that one pretty much on her own and ran with it. Because it's our only fundraiser we do at the elementary level.
Homecoming week coming up already on us next week, right? And Ms. Strinky and Ms. Johnson are the student council advisors, and they're getting everything organized and in place.
Mid-quarter is already September 30th.
And then the MEA, that's that second week in October again, the Thursday, Friday, the 16th, 17th. So that's coming up as well.
And that's all we really have. Questions?
Thank you. I do have a question. Street construction, how is that gonna affect?
I did talk to Randy just a little bit today when he was here. He's gonna get some more concrete dates. I don't know if Casey stopped up and talked to you, and I asked him when, because I know they're working on, I don't know.
Down by the bridge
Yeah,
now,
on the
yep.
bridge and when they're gonna work up, and he thought spring doing the big Columbia, and that'd be county, but he told us he could get us some more concrete dates at some point. He thought he could get it now, actually. I don't know if it's true, but he'll let us know as soon as he can.
Right, sounds good. Thanks. Transportation Director's report. Nick?
Yeah, always a few hiccups at the beginning of the school year. And with preschool starting, we did have, there's always a number of families that don't sign up for transportation. Kids end up on the bus and we don't know, especially the younger ones, we don't know who they are, or where they're going, or where they're coming from. So, few more things like that this year than we've had in the past. Sports I believe is going well. We've been able to cover everything so far that we've had thrown at us, so that's been okay. Still have a couple of families that are questioning transportation and pickup points, so still looking at some of those details of that. Trying to get things solved. Other than that, things are going good.
I'm gonna piggyback on him too, athletics wise. He's been good about, so we actually twice have switched junior high volleyball to go with varsity. They're going to Martin County in a few weeks. So that'll probably save the school $500 to $1,000 depending on transportation costs whenever we can do stuff like that. I know it's not always ideal to lose a home game, but then Alden Conger agreed to do the same thing coming back this way with their 7th and 8th grade. So he's been great about working with me through that. And I know he has to work through West Side, so I think we're gonna try to do more of that going forward. I know it's a little different and not the norm, but it just is a way to save a few $100 every single time we do it. And if you can do it 50 times, 20, 30, 40, 50 times during the year, it makes a huge difference, so.
Helps when we get the other schools in that same train too. I'm
Yeah.
sure they're looking for
And
opportunities to save.
there's a few athletic directors who are kind of more old school in their ways, but there's, I think, a lot of turnover in that this coming year with a lot of new athletic directors around. So hopefully can kind of convince more of them to do a lot of the same. I know I'm talking with Mariah, so I'm gonna just jump in. Like
Yeah.
Mariah Rutz, our new girls basketball coach, we're already talking about ways, and I know girls basketball in our conference numbers are down kind of everywhere, to try to figure out if it's worth it to see if we can tweak it as a conference rather than sending 8 girls to go play a junior high game in Medelia, where we can all just send everyone the same place and play 3 games and make it work and do what's best for everyone, but also save schools money, because I don't think any school is going to complain if we're saving money and making lives easier on parents and fans and stuff. That's all I have to.
Yeah, any other updates from athletic department?
Everything's been good. Support's been great. These guys have been great. It's been good. The Booster Club's been helping out. We were able to stream football the other day and had some eighth graders help for nothing, which is good to get them involved. And I know a lot of the younger kids were helping out with random stuff and want to, and we talked to them and they're gonna keep doing it, so it's good.
Yeah, very nice job with the game that night. I think we were all there. Sounded good. Very well put together.
All right, thanks, guys. Superintendent's report?
I don't have a lot to report. Most of my time has been spent trying to deal with the operating levy, get things off to the county and so forth, putting that presentation together. Had two very nice conversations today with a couple of community members about the levy. They had just wanted some information and didn't want to come to a public meeting and ask those type of questions. So, we took the time and chatted with them, and they were very pleased when they left my office with what they heard and the information that they received. And so I want to commend the leadership team for a great start to the school year. I think very few students have come through our office for disciplinary reasons, which is a great way to start the school year. And right now they're just kind of feeling their way around, so I'm sure that will ramp up at some point in time once they hit their comfort levels and know what they can and can't do. But I think the staff has responded well. You have an incredible staff here. The things that they were willing to do in workshop and open house days and those stuff, and just stepping up and, oh, you need that done, yep, I'll do that. And, all of them take on those roles and don't really balk at much of anything. And if it's going to help the kids, they're willing to do it. So, yeah, that's about all that I have.
Yeah, you got next meeting, because football got moved.
Correct. So we moved the work session to, what date that I moved it to, Tuesday, October 14th. When is football?
I think football is.
Is the 14th?
I think it is the 14th. I think the 14th is the original scheduled work session because it's the Tuesday before the
Second
meeting.
Tuesday.
So I think we need to move it to a different date.
Okay.
What was the football game supposed to be?
Oh, no, it's Wednesday.
Wednesday's the football.
Wednesday, the 15th. So Tuesday. So Tuesday is good, I
Yeah.
think.
I think the
So maybe we
original
move it
date
back.
was Wednesday for whatever reason, and I moved it to Tuesday because we have MEA week football on that Wednesday.
On Wednesday.
Yes,
okay.
Wednesday. Okay, I was thinking about next year's schedules all week on football. That's what it was.
Okay, so we're good with Tuesday, October 14th at 7 PM will be the work session. The following week, Monday, October 20th at 7 PM will be the regular board meeting. And you just want to say the same thing, you kind of said, thanks everyone for a good start. We just had a meeting. We talked about a lot of changes we made over the last year, whether it was transportation or office staffing or instructional staffing. And people have taken on a lot of change based on some of the changes we made at the board level. And so I appreciate everyone in the building working through those things and getting the year kicked off.
Do have one question, school board meeting wise, everything stays the same, even if we're hosting like playoff volleyball, right? I assume, because I think that's the first, I think that Monday is the first. And I would assume everything stays the same and we don't change anything, but like I would just. not.
Usually we do. Usually we keep it the same and then
Just after, like you don't move the meeting forward at all to accommodate, because I think all the games start at 7. Is that something
we could.
is that something that would be worth it to start the meeting at 6 so that if there's like if you want to go, you have time? I'm almost,
I would appreciate that.
I'll check.
Yeah.
I'm almost positive. I looked today and I was almost positive that the 20th was like the first day. yes, Monday the 20th will be the first round and the high seeds would host, so there would be a volleyball game.
There's no possible games.
Potentially could be here.
Yeah, there will be, we'll host a volleyball game on the 20th.
I'm fine moving it to 6.
I don't know if that's possible, but I just thought of it right before.
Or we can move it to Tuesday. Or not. That's you.
Tuesday, that's playoffs, that's first round of football playoffs. So I would say just 6 on Monday and people are a little late. That's probably fine, but I just
We
figured.
know where we're hosting that night?
We'll have, there's 16 seeds and if you're the top 8, you host, so they'll be.
Okay, so we're gonna move the Monday, October 20th meeting to 6 PM instead of 7 PM. Okay, that was our
Make a
last.
motion to adjourn the meeting at 9:17.
Nancy made a motion to adjourn. Is there a second? Molly
It's
second?
not here.
Oh, I'm Molly second,
I
yeah.
second.
Heard.
Oh, okay.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries.
Yeah. Oh, check that.
There'll be more changes coming in there. I'm gonna, like I actually just talking to Mariah for basketball today. We're just trying to figure out